this is Monica with Looking for Group. Today I'm here with Chalin Cahlik, the Director of Esports at Tiffin University. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So I have a few questions here for you today to learn a little bit more about your program. So if you just want to go ahead and start telling me a little bit about how the program gets started at TU.
Absolutely. So it's actually a pretty interesting story. As many people do know, some might not, Tiffin University actually had the first varsity collegiate program in the state of Ohio. And that's something that we like to boast a little bit about, that we were on the forefront of that. It actually came from one of the faculty members' students came in and suggested, hey, esports is a growing thing. And initially, the university wasn't all about it. Like I'm sure many universities are, maybe a little apprehensive about supporting students playing video games. Then, as more and more um, support for it grew, the university realized that there was an actual space for students to take advantage of this. So initially, there were two professors that were heading it up. And then I was a graduate student at the time working at the university. I told them, hey, I have esports experience in the past if you would like some help. And then as I began to help more and more on the project, they realized that there's potential for me to just take over from there. And then on January 1st, 2017, I took over full time. And then that fall was when we actually launched our full program.
Wow, so your program has been in I guess motion for 3 years now.
Yeah, I mean, we actually held practices in the fall of 2016, but the program wasn't fully officially announced as a varsity program until the fall of 2017.
Okay, excellent. Awesome. So I've noticed that across the board, a lot of esports programs have both casual and competitive sides. Can you tell me first a little bit about your competitive side, what games that they play, what leagues they're involved in, if any, and then a little bit about your casual side and how you bring these two groups together into one community?
Definitely. So for the competitive side, we compete in League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, Rocket League, Super Smash, and then right now in-house we have a varsity Valorant team, and then we'll be debuting that for freshman recruitment this next fall, so fall 2021. We wanted to give Valorant a little bit of time to get out of beta to kind of see how the recruitment for that would work.
Yeah.
In terms of the leagues, we were actually in quite a few national leagues in the beginning, but we quickly realized that for schools that are looking for a more personal experience, that maybe wasn't the best. So we actually created our own league called the Great Lakes Esports Conference. And it's a league of all Midwest schools. So we were the founding member, and then we progressively invited more and more schools to where I believe we're at 12 schools now in total. And that's the main league that we compete in. And then we've also been invited to join a New England-based league that we have our Valorant team in as well, that hopefully will be migrating more and more teams into as well, to try and compete in two leagues at a time with
Wow.
certain tournaments kind of in between.
Awesome.
And then for the casual side, we have quite a few students that I would say are very competitive in one game and then maybe enjoy another game a little more casually. Right now, obviously, with everything going on with COVID, it's pretty tough to support a non-competitive group, just because you want to limit the amount of people in the arena at a time, and limit the amount of people touching different, aspects of the computer. But we definitely do support our students to kind of come in, enjoy the more casual aspects. Not everything has to be as serious as the competitive realm.
Yeah, yeah, I think that finding that balance is really important, and that's definitely a trend that's across the board. Like, I'm really good at League of Legends, and I got a good ranking there, but I'm like bronze in Overwatch, and I just kind of want to like hang out and play with my friends. So,
Yeah,
I totally
definitely.
get that. That's awesome. So we talked about you kind of grazed on the subject of the facility there. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Can you tell me about your facility? How many setups that you have? Do you have consoles? Do you have any partnerships with peripheral companies? What does the dynamic of your space look and feel like?
Definitely. So when it was constructed, we do like to boast that, to our knowledge, and I did some good research, and I think it's true. We had the largest collegiate esports facility in the country. It's at 4,000 square feet. So it is a standalone building. We are all by ourselves, which is awesome. Nobody really comes down and bothers us, which is like a gamer's dream, I guess. We do support 22 PCs right now. As we're progressively looking to grow, we can have up to 40 PCs in the arena, which, eventually we will get there. We're just progressively going more and more. In terms of peripheral sponsorships, we're still looking for somebody to kind of take us on board. We have worked with different esports groups in the past, namely companies like CLG, to hopefully try and bolster something there. And then obviously there's quite a few programs that are working with like Mountain Dew Game Fuel and things to try and work through different sponsorship avenues. Obviously, COVID has kind of put a bit of a halter on some of those things, so we'll have to kind of see where it grows from there. But we actually did just recently get our own fiber line installed, so we have a fiber line dedicated just to our 22 PCs, and it's absolutely amazing. You have just unbelievably low ping. I think the other day we tested it, and I was at 6, so it felt
Wow.
great. It was amazing.
Oh, wow, that is very impressive, actually. And I guess like the next question is sharing something unique about your program. I guess that's a good one. Is how fast and your internet is, and also you're the largest program. But let me see if I can get another one out of you. Tell me something
Sure.
unique about your program.
Well, like I said, I think one of the things that we always like to push forward, and I think it's Tiffin University as a whole, that we like to champion and be at the forefront of everything. So, like I said, we were the first collegiate varsity program in the state of Ohio. For a while, we had the largest collegiate esports arena. I know recently someone took that away from us, but it was still a title that we had for a while. So we always like to be at the forefront of everything. And I think people will progressively realize that Tiffin University is just one of those places where when you come there, you progressively more and more become just like a family, like anywhere else. But we have that kind of unique touch where, like I said, we're at the forefront of esports in a lot of ways. And we really think people, when they dive in, they'll see that.
That is awesome. And do you happen to have any intersections in academics or experiential learning opportunities at Tiffin with
Yeah, so we
esports?
do actually have an esports minor, which students can delve into. We do have an esports class as well, and then throughout the university, because I received both my undergrad and my graduate degree from Tiffin University, and my involvement with the athletics department prior to esports as well. I've gotten to know a lot of the professors there, so I actually will go in and speak a little bit about the business side of esports as well. And more professors are realizing that, when students are learning about a business degree, esports has to be in that discussion because
Right.
they do create such a large aspect of revenue generation across the world. So having students understand that and being able to ask questions, we've done what I would call like field trips where classes will come down and check out the arena, and ask questions and things that maybe they don't really know about. Obviously, you have a lot of the casual gamers that are in their dorms playing, but they don't know, just how much some of the revenue generating programs and organizations out there, how well they really do.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's really valid. Awesome. Okay. And then the last final question I have for you here today is about students who are watching this now who might be interested in applying to your program. What's one thing that you want them to know about the application process, either specifically to TU or generally as the college search process as a whole?
I would say the big thing for us is that we're an all-inclusive group. So we will take students of any and all skill level. Obviously, when it comes down to game day and the varsity roster, that's going to be dependent entirely on the skill level, how the students interact, the chemistry, a whole slew of different ideas. But we won't turn anybody away. So there's a lot of students that I feel maybe look at their ranking and they say, man, I'm not very good, or comparatively to the average player. I don't think I stack up well. And I think no matter what, somebody has something to offer to a program, regardless of whether it's competing. It could be, maybe you're not a very good player, but you can watch gameplay and do a great job at analysis, or maybe you just want to grow and you want to become better, so maybe you need that first year or two to grow and learn and be a knowledge sponge. That's cool too. So no matter what, we will always accept everybody to our program, and because I feel like everybody deserves a fair chance in the world of esports.
I think that is an excellent answer and an awesome note to end on here. But I do want to know, is there anything else you'd like to share about your program today?
Simply that you can check us out on gotiffendragons.com. All of our information is on there, match results. If you guys are interested in esports, I would love to chat. All my information is on the website. So if you guys have questions, please reach out. I'd be happy to talk with you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Take care.